All right, guys. I'm finally back. Took me a while. I'm gonna have to do recording for a little while, uh, instead of doing live streams because I might get called periodically. So that's why I'm gonna do recordings instead. Recordings will be probably my only way I'm gonna be able to do this. So, uh, hopefully I don't get too, like, called too much. And if I don't get called too much, then I might try to basically, start streaming again. But the last time I played, I was at least a level 20 or a little lower. And I'm been like grinding the hell out of this. Like super grindy. Um this one dungeon, I haven't left this dungeon. This one day, I've been stuck on this day for a while, and I was just hell bent on loving the hell out of the archetype. So as you can see, I maxed them all out, got them maxed. Um, but I wanted to continue the game really bad. I really wanted to. It was like through this because it was taking so long. But my party is at level 31. I literally grind this whole dungeon an entire day in the game. It took me like 3 days, I think 3 days or so in real life to do this. So if you wanted to estimate, how long it took me, 3 days real life to get this far, but I wasn't able to concentrate when I was trying to farm. I probably would have got done in maybe 1 or 2 days. If that was like if I had like full concentration and I wasn't passing out and shit, but um yeah. So I'm still the same everything, like technically, like gear and stuff. I didn't really get much of anything. I just continued just to keep farming the way I was doing it on my last recording, so there's really no change there. The only thing I did acquire, it was unlocking skill inheritance and stuff like that, but I didn't really do much of that for every character. I unlocked it for my character, of course, but I need to do it for him. Yeah, I got everything. Let me get you. Yep. And I got everything now. All three characters are maxed out, same level. Yeah. Let's get started. I'll finally get to leave.
Hey. Okay then.
Hold on.
Hey.
What was it? I don't want to.
Right?
All right.
Well, it wasn't easy, but Gobtaros lies defeated, and we have the proof. Exactly. I forgot. I still got this auto. I keep leaving that stuff on, because certain things going back and forth from academia and then back to the game and then trying to fast forward and stuff. That's back and forth on farming. So that's why it was there like that. Um Let me see. We're exactly as the woman from Igniter Shop asked of us. Once we show it to her, complete her request, we'll finally be able to shop at the members only Igniter Shop.
Hmm.
That will be most useful in helping us amass more firepower. I trust you'll complete the task, Jaybond. Okay. Order Gordon is set to finally make his proclamation tomorrow. No matter what happens, let's try to be ready for it.
We're splitting up.
You know, all things considered, I think we did a great job today. Let's get some food in us, and then we can hit the hay. I'll say we earned our rest today. Good job. Relax, we're my friends. All of us sharing a brief moment.
If it's a shame the disaster was averted.
Right then. Today's Forden's big announcement.
Wonder what he's planning. I guess the church has to have some reaction to all that stuff the king said.
Whatever it is, Louise won't be able to just ignore it. This might be a day that goes down in history.
I was trying to. All right, there we go. I wanted to see how the time on it. There we go.
Sanctifex Forden has spoken. The giant face in the sky, the massive rocks appearing throughout the land, and the mysterious voice claiming to be the past king. The Sanctus Church has officially recognized these happenings as the will of His Royal Majesty.
So it really is His Majesty.
And so, as His Majesty has decreed, whoever has gained the greatest trust of the people by the day of decision shall be our new king. This is a historic moment, good citizens. It's revolutionary. It's unprecedented. No matter who you are, you can take the throne.
Anyone?
Even me. If, and this is a big if, you are the person that all our people trust most in their hearts.
Maybe you could be king yourself, eh? You're popular enough.
Me? In charge? Well, that's the last thing this country needs. Right, let's review what we know, shall we? First, the new faces that have appeared on the rock. It shows us who's foremost in the running. We've worked out that much. The top 3 of the lot are also shown in the sky. Suppose that way you can see their inspiring faces anytime, anywhere.
Hold on. How's us common folk supposed to stand a chance against all these upper crusters?
Say you do become popular. With your face clear for all to see, surely that'd make you a prime target for assassination.
Not quite, friend. Not quite. A valid concern, but one His Majesty prepared for. Popular aspirants, at least those who make it onto the rock, are protected by royal magic. Assassinations off the table. Magic chains will spring to life and bind anyone who tries. I saw it happen with my own eyes to Count Louise's sorry assailant.
So, literally anyone could be king? Even a pauper? Or a slave? Or a criminal?
Hold on, you mean to say we might not be ruled by Clamar? What does that mean for us?
Right, I've said my piece. You know all I know. Now go forth, ladies and gents, and spread the word. Whether you're from our fair capital or the middle of nowhere, the crown's within your grasp. Anyone in the land could be our next king.
Fire.
I heard the announcement. The church has chosen to recognize this face's words as crown sent and shall abide by them.
They conceded that one quickly. Though I suppose it's a hard thing to deny, what with the royal palace hanging up there in the clouds.
Had they rushed a coronation for His Eminence Forden, it would have dashed any hope of reinstating His Highness. A small comfort.
I can tell from your face there's some bad news too.
Do you recall those chains that froze Alces in place? It seems that too was part of His Majesty's magic. Plainly, any candidates of sufficient favor cannot be deposed by force.
Is that a problem?
Louise is second in the standings. Any strikes against him would be likewise disrupted. I will still seek to find him. Yet, even should we stand before the man himself, we could not kill him.
No! If we can't kill him, then how do we break the curse?
What the hell was the king thinking? Grius was trying to save his son. He died for it.
Even so, without this magic, no aspirant would be safe from assassination, leaving Louise to dominate through sheer martial strength.
Then we become king. I don't want to, but you know what? Why not, you know? It's already been in place before I even had the decision to be made. Like, when I got the power, it was like, it was saying, oh, I might be covet the throne. So, all right, I didn't even have that thought in mind.
We appear to be at an impasse.
Become king.
Everyone, have you seen Maria?
Did something happen?
I checked her room and she isn't there. She wouldn't just leave without telling anyone. I couldn't deal with losing both of them.
I'll go look for her.
You will? Thank you. When I think of what might happen to her.
If she left her room on her own, she must have had some reason.
Let's go search for her. If we head into town, we might find some clues.
Wanted to cash this in, bro. Can't cash it in because I gotta go after Maria. But that's actually good because I actually wanted to be talking to her soon because apparently she's gonna be
Where?
useful for cooking.
You're kidding.
Where could Maria have gone? Wait, oh no. Dun, dun.
Whatever.
Really was there's North Sunshade Road. The general store didn't look like to be running an errand though. General store, we might find someone else who saw her if we head that way. Okay. General.
Hey, mister!
I'm in it.
Hold up. Can I enter stores? Okay. I wanted to see some. I know Maria, she could wait a little longer. I don't think she's in trouble yet. Okay, I don't have to. Wow, okay. Unidentified weapons, armor. The team can be appraised.
Hey!
Hello there.
Cool. Okay. Increase ice attack. Slash 29. I didn't mean it. Damn it. I didn't want to skip it. Agility is strength. No, screw it. I want to get all. Oh, I did not mean to do that. I'm gonna get them all. Fuck. Magic.
Now then. Now then.
Okay, I'm selling those.
Now then. Now then. Now then. Now then.
Okay. I want to see what you guys got. Everything else is trash except this, and it's not really worth it. Yeah, I'm done here. I didn't even sell all my valuables yet, so I need to figure what I want to sell and what I don't want to sell yet. Let's see if they got any good armor.
Hey, what are you pining?
Why is it? Hold on. There's only one in stock. So why would I buy this? $50,000 for like one armor set? It's not very good choice.
How to handle this?
Okay?
Yeah?
And what is...
Hold up. Sold out. Alright. I was like, huh?
Now then.
Getting some of that money back. I doubt that I'll ever need the revive potion again, but
How to handle this?
I had to.
Sorry, but
Hey!
It's better to be safe than sorry. Say, we're looking for a little girl. Have you seen anyone like that around here? Oh, could it be that half-blood? If so, then yes, I did see her. She was muttering Papa and looking all sad. I saw her go through the back alley. Maria, could she have gone to the Grand Cathedral?
I'm out of ideas. Just can't believe it's true.
That's enough now.
Okay, let's keep moving.
Oh, I'm in it now.
Oh yeah, I wanted to do something over here. Let me see if I can. Ah,
Hello there.
you know, do you know that little half-blood girl? Can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. Wait, let her in. Why? The way her eyes looked, I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glares she gets. She does keep that virtuous heart.
Huh? Why?
I kind of already know what she's doing here and forcing her to go home. Sounds like a douchebag move. And maybe everyone's worried about you is more of a honest reaction anybody would say.
Everyone was worried about you.
Sorry. Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray, and he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It's going to be all right. Don't worry.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. Prince told me that once. Say you be king.
I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
I'll be king. That's all you have to say. Because might as well, the job is forced on to us.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
Sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria, yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Louise is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it.
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
No. Or
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe.
a different page.
Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a kingslayer on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it sounds so commonplace, but the idea's thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us.
Well, the king did lock up more, and he looked at his ideals to be his own in some shape or form. Tried to make the world his way. It didn't work out all that well because he still ended up being killed, but he's still making I guess a tribute, trying to find somebody that would be similar to that ideal.
Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little.
At least you ain't racist.
I've been so fixated on killing Louise, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse. Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
Damn, he go to sleep fast. Every time anybody start reading that book, ends up passing out.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne! Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the 3 allied nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials. First, we have the Exhibition of the Brave. Slay a monster plaguing our fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch or in it to win?
I'm in it to win. Let's go. Actually, what would be the biggest monster?
Why call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
I had Fabienne bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius's
I didn't mean to skip that. That was me.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Louise possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Louise, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it would be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels, but saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work, probably Forden himself.
You think Forden's looking to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness, remember? If he wins a fair race, he gets legitimized, and Louise gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill. Those with existing support could easily solidify their claim. Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Louise, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
As an elder, I am outcast in the city. I think that gives us an...
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Louise. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our best chance at finding this formula.
Just hold on a second. Getting Louise's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Louise ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be as good as dead.
What do you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
No point fighting my fate.
Your courage is admirable.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words that the prince spoke to me
In
on
my
our youth.
ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
I hear Garrett's journal. Okay. Don't give me objective. Please don't give me objective. Please,
Good
please,
heavens.
please.
Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Yes. I've got a job to do.
Huh. Familiar words. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
I thought they would take it the wrong way. Wait up. You may be good. You may be a good guy. But we all need, like we're being a fake king, okay?
Well, if we want Louise to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a while.
I don't like when it gets lonely.
Maria.
But I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You be a good king.
Thank you for your support.
Yeah.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we are unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
Man, I wish I had more time. I want to cash in my check. No.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I would like to say I'm not a kid, but I don't want to be a... I'm the one entering.
I'm the one entering.
You? Really?
He's 18. He's just short.
Age restrictions? They're a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he...
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it.
Yeah, don't remember me, please.
Weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out.
Damn it.
What? We got a desert.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
Whew. That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. You're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
Yeah.
We'll have to hope Hulkenberg can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Louise won't look twice at you.
Don't we already get, like, I already got one.
They should be offering bounties on monsters the guard can't handle. Let's take a look.
Should already have one, if I don't remember. I already took a bounty. I don't know if I could get another one, though.
Looks like everyone else has had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out. But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts.
Are you not here for this tournament, then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villainous kidnapper. Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
You have any idea who that is?
Boorish young man? You don't even look boorish.
That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. It makes short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be
And
sure of
keep
that.
your dog on a leash, because he might be ending up as my meat. Alright, I can tell you right now, I've been putting all these other monsters in my item bag. I got ragged fur for days. I still haven't sold any of that. I could sell it for a good price.
Besides, didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance of winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Tell you, I'm gonna sell your dog. Keep playing with me.
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
But the point is if you capture a notorious criminal, that would give you attention as much as getting attention from killing a monster. If you already have monsters already inside the, like, inside capital, might as well deal with them first before dealing with outside forces. You're helping the people. It's more, you gain more popularity because of that. You're helping stopping a kidnapper.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barton, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms.
Yes!
No idea how he manages to operate out there without getting
Yeah.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to
I could get more items to sell, baby.
Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it.
I'll definitely take it. Go fight a big ass worm or something.
Whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure, Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Martira, the old castle type. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
The way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
I think this is just a story mission, so it probably won't take me too big or too much time to do if I go do another bounty, I'm thinking. That's Rich, a mere fledgling, with no history of experience to speak of as a king. The idea makes me sick. The ideal leader of this country is dignified man of the great age, one who, with years of experience and yet upstart school children like you, Louise, dare to. It's hardly matters. You won't be able to fight much longer, so struggle as you like. I'll be happy to give you usually at your funeral. I suppose he's a candidate too. I don't see why he would give a damn about what I'm doing. I'm doing my own damn thing.
Let's focus.
What am I getting? What's the reward? Ooh, 100,000? Increased courage. That's actually good right there. Yo, why are you doing that for me? I don't want to call it.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Strohl?
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
No, I'm certain. All I mean
So we both were holding secrets.
You shall soon see for yourself.
Well,
okay.
Under the circumstances,
all right.
I'll take what we
so
can
this
get.
is how we playing.
Setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Louise's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave. I can tell you're serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting. I've come to doubt the Order since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the Royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight. Let's rest.
No! Let me leave! Let me leave!
Want in on this? Just between us.
All right. Can't believe you I'm gonna go talk to Maria because I'm stuck here.
What?
Good night.
And you don't wake me up, all right? Damn.
Can I come in?
Oh my God. Yes, you can. I need the bond. I need the bond.
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabian I wouldn't cry.
Oh, it's all right. You don't have to worry.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
Wait for me.
Yep, I'll be waiting. The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Don't worry about it.
'Tis kind of you to say. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. Ah, you needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents, yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
I knew it was gonna get back to this damn book. I wanna cash in my check.
This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now, had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, 'tis not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream. 'Tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Daybreak. I'm glad I didn't do this when I was tired.
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Why is she half naked?
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky, blue and white. Faraway sky so clear. Let life be a guide. Let my wish echo far beyond the shore.
Even I'm feeling the heat.
Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. Closest to the throne, I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
Do we get an intro too?
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Giddo!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctus have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Louise supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Crier! Where's Count Louise?
The cutscene was so long, it turned off my controller.
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Louise has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Louise supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Louise, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him? So he was one of Louise's men.
The fallen king embraced sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Louis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow. If we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
We already know everybody gonna hate on this.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And if it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Hey! What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
So, contestants, are you ready?
What? Last, I say! Wait! Don't you behave!
I don't remember him being that dark and like in the trailer.
It's quick! Wait, it's headed right for the... It'll crash!
Whoa!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't she a marvel, chums?
You dolt! You nearly brought down the cathedral! Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Louise did it the first time. That feckless, shameless old fool.
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all. Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
We must take to the road.
Come on, come on! So fast! Gotta hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
No, I didn't cash in my check. Get my reward. Ended up standing out more than I expected. I get a lot of interest but only I consider this a part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Whoa.
Can you hear me?
What's with this thing? Is this our carriage? Shall I just run here along the main road thing then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's have some coordinate for a little test run. What is happening right now?
See.
We want to go to a place called Martra Old Castle Town, I think. Should be ways to the south.
Wow.
Down to Martra, eh? On this crab legs, I'll say that'll be 4 days, 3 nights. 4 days and 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than carriage, and surely the roads will
Spectacular.
Quality good. Now, since those britches, chaps, full steam ahead to Marcia Old Castle Town. All right.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can hardly believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver? Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Fuck! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It is at that. Like riding the wind.
That's the ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's amazing.
You've a good head on your shoulders, boy. Yes, I can tell you're a sharp one. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
You certainly are a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit excitable.
No. I wanted to check the gauntlet runner.
Are you there? I'm coming in.
Her hair is orange now.
Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But pish and tosh, woman. She is for royal use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know, but I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially made for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it! Off with you now! Leave me be!
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God. Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince? Even knowing His Highness was gone, still you toiled away. Oh, Nuras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive, isn't it? Did you really build this vehicle exactly to their orders? You...
Well, at first, certainly. I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and... well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her? Collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable! I'm working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! Pololi, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Did he? How will you? I don't know.
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady, but leave the Balliol runner alone.
Look, this runner... 'tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate, for both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where last I heard? So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness? Is His Highness still alive? That's it! I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay His mercy.
Understood.
Oh, we got a cool runner.
Is that enough? Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy. A little faith. Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world.
I gotta tell you. I gotta tell you. I can make me a peanut butter sandwich right now. And that's what I'm about to do. And by the time I get off this stupid runner, I have eaten it and poured me another drink.
I think maybe.
How encouraging.
All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
I think we can count on him.
If you're sure, I suppose. We'll deal with it if we have to.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat. Or runner, I guess.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving and grease work. Just make sure you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Brylehaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Louise's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows them we're there for justice.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Louise's. I do understand the intent. What do you think of this plan?
I think it's a perfect idea.
Makes sense, doesn't it? The bounty's Heismay, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back...
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial... Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Strohl.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
We could bring back a big worm head and the crib.
Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no fairy picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And we'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him, I suppose.
I made myself a peanut butter sandwich. And I ate it. And it's still not over with. This is gonna be a lot of talking for 4 days and 3 nights. 4 days, 3 nights. That's what he said. Ugh. Different activities, strategy room, lounge, and kitchen. You can also visit Hecate by... Okay.
Incredible.
Hey!
You're really... Damn.
What's in here?
Oh.
Look what I found. Food. The kitchen I'm not going to use. Look at that. Dun, 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 dun.
I wonder. I wonder.
Dun, 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 dun. Why give me an option? Hmm. Is that a heart?
Hello?
Oh, a runner phone. I believe I heard you speculated on the old girl inner workings. Gauntlet runner used magma crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be you'll take your life in your hand when you travel the wild. And thanks to the kingdom's greatest minds, the Gauntlet runner was born. Runner actual legs are based on colossal beasts made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among the other things, I have modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to be captive audience with no plans for the next few days. And never mind then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that a work in progress. But by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just wait or watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for a night. Can't run in the dark, and old girl needs to her rest, as we do. Hey. You will continue towards your destination while spending time in the Gauntlet running. Utilize its facilities, obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you should be able to do in town. Try the kitchen, reading books, bookshelf, or washing machine. More activities will be available. You also spend time with your allies while traveling in rituals. Okay.
Understood.
Now then. Nonetheless.
By 3?
Huh?
5? That's a lot of money. Left in the washing machine. Yo.
The runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon, and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Boom. At night, the vast wilderness outside town, darkness, forcing your way through a marked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart. Instead of establishing a camp somewhere safe, you can travel to the next. On an encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Run like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days for first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited, but it'll be a long night. But why not spend some time relaxing with some? Ooh.
Yep.
Are you looking for something today? My weapons are as sharp as they're going to get. I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company? Why not?
Now then.
So next up is Martyria. It feels like just yesterday when I first arrived at the royal capital, so much has happened in such a short span of time. I met you. We went over the northern fortresses, awakened mysterious powers. I once thought magic like this only exists in the heroic tales of time long past. Speaking of which, I've been thinking that perhaps this is the same power the Hero Kings once used. If that's the case, then why do you think so many of them met miserable ends?
What's that about?
Maybe they lacked allies. I see. Try as they might, even the strongest king wouldn't be able to establish a country by himself. Perhaps it's not a matter of how much power you have, but how you choose to wield it. Moreover, we got more than one power at our disposal, and on top of that, we got allies who share these abilities as well. If we continue to master archetypes, then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to surpass the great kings of old. So all this does make me wonder just how many more of these powers are still out there.
All right.
Bam, bam. Here we go. I'm gonna skip. I'm gonna talk for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Doom doom. Daybreak. Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations. They were better than I feared, considering how tiny they are. But I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on this runner? My boy, remember maintaining this rugged girl a nary grain of sand could fit between her seams. I assure you, regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow. Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? The carriage will never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, Nervous? Early morning. Afternoon already? I barely got a chance to do anything! No! I want to clean, or maybe I'll try to do the cleaning thing. Doom, 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 doom. Wisdom. Yeah, why not? Then let us begin. I shall give you expected quarter or something. I didn't read it that fast. I skipped it.
If so,
Damn it. If that's how you plan to make your advance then? Boom. I can't make any more moves. That's the match. I learned quite a bit from the match. I believe we would both benefit for continuing practice. The game affords me an opportunity to visualize strategies all on my own. What if the enemy came at me from such an angle? How would I retaliate? And so on and so forth.
I'd say
I once felt it my duty to protect his highness and prince. At that time, I was but a novice, a new addition to the royal guard. I lacked the experience needed to properly assume the role. Just for that reason, I now train both my body and mind so thoroughly as I have vowed to never let such a thing occur once again.
Well then.
no.
I am nothing of a sort. My body bears the scars of him. Okay. So I'm not gonna get a good score.
Well,
true.
All right.
I still got 4. I thought I got tarnished on that. I thought I was gonna get folded. It was gonna give me like one star. They giving me mega. Let's go.
I say, we could stop for a break.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Oh, that's red. That is really, really red. It's cool. It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book I read as a child. It told the great tree located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the time ahead. How exactly would the tree foretell of the future, and how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a desert? I'm not sure to explain it, but I am sensing an incredible amount of magla in the area here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Pull a sheet of paper and brush from his pocket and began to draw the landscape in front of him. Yours, how did you get so good at drawing? Oh my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. Here you have it. I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake.
But
I thought you needed it for research. All pertinent information I need has been etched into my very mind. I can make do without the sketch itself. I'll take it. I've seen numerous research pictures this drawing intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here. The music is good here. Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'll love to see something from our journey. And we could tell her the story about this place. The next time we're in Grand Trade, I should give this drawing to Maria. A magical organism to form a tree, say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely, Galka is the most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which has given me great insight into my own research into flight, right? Did he say flight? What, you're observing me with the whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of favorable developments. I wonder what manner of an anomaly its current color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel like seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
all right.
Or I'm cooking.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives in a quiet clearing, concealed by boulders, as darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself. Monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Well met.
This power we were woken to of all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their unique aspects, but one bit they all have in common in their armory-like appearance. What do you make of that?
Certainly.
I see.
I do find it extraordinary of design intriguing, but I was not speaking on how they look per se. In my opinion, the army encloses the raging forces within us, allowing us to direct that power as one direct a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to confront their fears and anxieties forever, unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why it is so exhausting and why it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I have afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence in maintaining our.
All right.
Let me cook. Not literally, but my virtues. It's getting quite late, but we've have ways to go yet. So I would very much like to get each other with.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Anime.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Why is it so bumpy?
That'd be the change in terrain, lad. See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash? Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
Under fire! Peril. No peril.
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctism will reign! Ah!
It's them. Remember, from the opening ceremony, I think one of them is Guido, Forden's confidant, and the other is Louise's man, Gladel.
Let them kill each other.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So 'tis a clash to hold each other's advance. Damned fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look! Over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see.
He's
Acting as
stupid.
witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Louis' favor. Can we afford to abandon
What's our plan? If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Forden gets a leg up on the competition.
Fuck him.
How about we see how it plays out?
No, I think we should step in on Gladel's side. I know, I don't like it either, but if we want Louise's favor, this might be the strategic play we need.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our leg.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help. Withdraw, Gladel. Who goes there? Why do you stand for Louise's forces? Well, sorry. Can't get into it now. That Cornwall. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral. Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time.
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Harold! Over some bullshit.
You dare interfere in my fight? Know your place. Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Oleg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God.
I thought he was gonna say monkey army.
Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the
Warrior!
petrification magic!
Let's
Oh.
make an end of it. No holding
I
back.
can't attack you, right? Fine. Off with him.
Let's go. Hold on.
Looks like we can't brute force through this.
Come forth,
Dun,
royal
dun,
soul.
dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
Lightning.
Don't get slow.
Oh hell to no! I'm nah. Attack.
Take this! What could you hope to achieve?
If my lightning strike had landed, I would have hoped that she to get your guy off my fucking stage. But you know, didn't happen that way. Oh, he's resistant to
Let's stay
wind.
calm.
That's what I should have been doing. I was just doing this. I did not want to attack him.
Are you prepared? Be frozen.
Resistant. Anything magic related.
I call upon royal power within.
Got him.
We can
All right. Any magic that seems to not be very worth it. Ooh.
I stand ready.
Okay. Now let's do this.
Heroes. Not now. Comrades, lend me your strength.
I have enough of these. So where are you at?
From our provisions.
Oh, that doesn't work.
What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Let's make an end of it. Not the right move.
Warrior!
I'll cut you down.
Right on target.
Know
Nice
your
one, Strohl.
place.
Lend me your strength.
Peasants!
We'll team up.
Captain,
Sworn
Okay.
oath
defense
of knighthood.
down.
resistance.
What could you hope to achieve?
You know you're not hurting me, right? Damn. How about ice? Oh. Okay.
Don't forget about the petrification magic.
Warrior! Be frozen!
The freedom of a wanderer.
We'll do this together.
Prostrate yourself before God.
Let justice prevail. I'll destroy you.
To him. Now, what's the plan? I call upon royal power within. The power of ice. Sanctism is supreme. What could you hope to achieve?
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Is there another way?
Come forth, royal soul.
Yeah, that will work.
With healing power. Thank you. By the sworn oath for all that we strive for.
Not this one.
They're weak to ice. Let's stop them cold.
Come!
No.
To the rear guard! Oh, power of heroes!
Know your place. Peasants. I shall vanquish evil. Be frozen!
Keep it up, Stroll.
By this power. Let's go. Lightning!
So, the faithful are broken before you. Yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him.
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism.
I request a formal duel.
Now, are you prepared for the end?
I think not, you rot.
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here! What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I just wanted to help you.
And I didn't want to do that. Alright? The game forced me! I would have watched you perish if it wasn't for these other allies of mine.
A likely story? Out with it. What's your motive?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
Well, well, well. Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out?
And she's wearing a proper clothing.
On the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. Consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face. You were more help than my useless driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain yourselves.
Why are you looking at me? The only person that is really need to contain himself is the nigga over there shaking his hands like this, like he found something goody. Like, look over there.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
But that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know the suspensions anywhere. You had Caden workshop on this, eh? Yes, those are quality parts and no mistake. Louise really shells out for his own.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juno! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck?
Nobody cares. You do.
Really? No one else wants to shake her hand? Well, then on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble. Wait, is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
And I got a flying ship. Look at me, I'm better than you. Alright, that's how I see it. Wait until I'm in the sky.
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
I'm stealing your technology, my nigga. You gonna have to cough that shit up. Nigga got the fit and everything. I did not mean to skip that.
My lord, Louise. How kind to provide a personal escort. But Louise...
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my lord Louise, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools had...
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my... I'd like to express my gratitude, but if...
It skipped automatically.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask... Who are you? Ask. Who are you?
I want to be a dick. I don't care, yo. I don't care. Screw the mission.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Nah, I can't say.
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance.
That's not why I became a cannon house. Right wine. Let's say this line. Who? Who's crazy? Yo, I'm this down. I want to see if anybody actually said this dumbass line. Why not just tell our enemy why?
get this right, but...
I want to help you, Count Louise.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you? Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of swordhounds.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Louise.
Oh my.
You do know what that
That
vision
rolls.
is, don't you?
Oh my God.
If
That,
you claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes.
it doesn't roll off the tongue, yo. It doesn't, bro. That just felt this nasty stroll, bro.
You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector.
Man, don't be pissed at your dog. I feel bad for it. I might actually take him off your hands.
Soars like a damn bird.
I feel real bad now. I thought I was gonna just cut it up, sell it, and get some cash for it, but now since I know you treating your dog like shit, might as well be taking it.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Louise this early.
No thanks to that Gladel. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Louise knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be...
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him. Hey! Nurse, you okay?
Oh, you two. Terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Louise's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Have you ever seen one of these yourself?
Oh, yes. When I was but a young sproglet, there was this loony old inventor in my neighborhood, both quite brilliant and quite daffy, as they often are. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius.
I wonder if he read the novel that I got, would he get inspiration?
Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I... That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camero or some such.
This one's important.
What do we get? Hero essence. Let's go. Norris, who dissolved into doom and gloom again and headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in a gauntlet runner. Okay.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
I'm gonna do this. Thank you guys for watching. Before I continue, I'm gonna end the recording. But I'm gonna continue playing and record, so don't worry about that. See you in the next one.
Got on my knees, looked up to heaven. Amen. And I used to pray for the drip. I used to pray for the drip. Amen. I used to pray for this shit. I swear. I used to pray for this shit. I used to pray for times like this to rhyme like this. So I had to grind like that just to sound like this. Grind.